Hey everyone, Tony here. Hope you're doing well. It is Monday, August 6th. I have some positive news for you guys. And even though the market's down and we're seeing it dipping significantly, Bitcoin under 7,000, Ethereum around 407, XRP around 41 cents. But like I told you guys, this is why I always, when I have these conversations with you about leading up to the next big bull run, it's going to be a roller coaster because the market's so volatile, right? It's going to be ups and downs. But the writing is on the walls. The fact on the wall. The fact is that the facts are out there. We are seeing big movements among stock exchanges, banks, investment firms, hedge funds, even traditional companies such as Fidelity, and a whole bunch of things that are happening behind the scenes, regardless of how the market is. Because folks are not looking at it right now; they're looking long term. And you, as an investor, should be looking long term, right? That's how we're going to make money. We got to wait till the next big bull run. And one of these major movements that are happening behind the scenes, and here reported by Bloomberg, Goldman Sachs is considering a custody offering for crypto funds. Now, keep in mind, if we go back almost like a year or so, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, many of these companies and banks and so forth, we're talking about, crypto, Bitcoin's a scam. Oh, no one would ever do it. Now they have changed their tune. You guys have seen this. Now it's, we're considering adding crypto services. We've seen Goldman Sachs and Morgan Stanley hire people for their crypto trading division, and they're getting very seasoned and experienced traders. So we know that the tone has changed and the focus is now on adding services for crypto. Why? Because the market is maturing. There's money to be made. Now, the market has not fully matured. I'm just saying it's maturing over time. We are still in the infancy stages, but there's money to be made. Their customers are probably asking for it, and they are now able to see that for some cryptos, at least, there is actual real-world use cases and for the blockchain technology and for some cryptos. For example, like Ethereum and Ripple XRP, right? This is what was reported today by Bloomberg. Let me give you some details. Goldman Sachs Group Incorporated could offer a boost for burgeoning universe of funds betting on cryptocurrency. The firm is considering a plan to offer custody for crypto funds. According to the people with knowledge of the matter, that means the bank would hold the newfangled securities on behalf of the funds, reducing risk for clients seeking to guard against the threat of losing their investments to rogue attacks. Now, obviously, they're going to offer a custody service, but they're also going to probably not probably, we know about them building out their services, so they're going to offer trading services for their clients, of course, and that just makes sense, right? So they're going to have their team, they're going to allow people to invest, and they're going to use the money to then buy the respective cryptos and probably ETFs and whatever it may be. So this is happening. Goldman Sachs, guys, we're talking about one of the largest investment banks in the world. A lot of their people are involved in the government. We know a lot of them, when they retire, they go work with the government. Goldman Sachs has a lot of power. It's unbelievable, at least in the United States. And those of you who are in the U.S. know about this, how they're involved with politics and the movements that they can make. And obviously, when these guys were in trouble, they got bailed out by the U.S. government. So the point I'm trying to make is they're massive, they're influential, and they're not going anywhere. And now they're getting into crypto. So what does that mean for us who are holding crypto in this early stage as early adopters? It's good news. It means there's going to be massive growth. It's not going to happen overnight. But I'm telling you guys, this thing is going to take off because look who are the players in the market. Look who's coming into this market, guys. And all it takes is just looking at this information and reading through what their plans are. And like I always tell you guys, they're not doing it for fun. They want to make fun. They want to make money. They're not doing it as for fun or hobby, right? They want to make money. And guess what? In order for them to make money, this market has to grow, right? Because if, let's say, the market stays like this, no one's going to make money. But what's going to happen is, as they start putting the big money in, the clients' money and so forth, this market's going to pump and it's going to grow significantly. And obviously, this, if you're holding at a low price that you bought or whatever it may be, you can make some great profits. And I think this is absolutely going to be huge. I mean, larger than what took place in December 2017. Because look at the amount of money and folks that are involved in it now. A lot of players involved in it now. So along that line, what we're probably going to see is Morgan Stanley is going to come out and say something. And then some other investment bank, some other hedge fund. Why? Because we've been talking about Bakkt or Bakkt. I think it's Bakkt. It's pronounced Bakkt. Bakkt, which is being launched by the owner of the New York Stock Exchange, Starbucks, in collaboration with Starbucks and Microsoft. I told you guys in even yesterday's video and the videos before, I'm going to keep talking about this because this is massive. A lot of people are missing what's happening here. This is on another level. We have the parent company of the New York Stock Exchange. That alone in itself is huge, right? But then you have two major corporate giants, Starbucks and Microsoft. The amount of money and influence and networking and branding involved in that, guys, when they launch this thing, man, it's going to be huge. And the marketing that's going to go behind it, because they're looking to be a global exchange. So just this other news came out where, we talked about them launching the exchange, but and then people being able to take their crypto, easily sell it for fiat, like if they're in Starbucks, and use that fiat to buy coffee. So obviously, there's going to be an app, obviously, with the Bakkt app, and that's going to be easily used within Starbucks. I'm sure they're going to work out the logistics, maybe where it's like a QR code or things like that. But that's happening in itself. But what the ultimate goal here, they want to bring Bitcoin to your 401k. And obviously looks like they want to help you to use your crypto as a payment versus credit card. So I wanted to give you there's nothing necessarily new here, but I wanted to give you this other perspective. This is on Fortune magazine. This thing is getting covered in all the major financial news and sites and networks and so forth. So I'm telling you guys, this is going to be one of those catalyst items, similar to the Bitcoin ETF, but this is another one where it's just going to be, wow, the next thing that's going to spark a bull run and build confidence and help crypto to go mainstream. And here's what Bakkt's website looked like. I actually signed up for the Connect with Us, so maybe I can get some news. So if you guys want to stay in the loop and whatever, you can get some news here. And actually here they put a link to the article here, what I'm just looking at right now. This is big, guys. This is big. I hope you guys see what's happening here. We got corporate America getting into this thing. Stock exchanges, right? So like I said, nothing necessarily new, but interesting take and perspective on it. And it's on Fortune magazine. Like I said, we will end up talking about Bakkt for a while because it's going to launch in November. And I'm sure there's going to be new information coming out on this as we get closer to the launch date. And I think, like I said, in September, I think once we get some news on that Bitcoin ETF, and this will be another catalyst that will help drive this market into a bull run, and we'll probably see maybe a similar timeline to what we saw last year. And get ready. Just keep holding on to your crypto. Don't panic. Don't worry. As you can see here, the movements that are going on behind the scenes, even though the market is, trending downwards right now. But we've seen this before. We've seen the ups and downs. It's just how it is. There's bearish sentiments, there's bullish sentiments. And you guys need to understand that if you're going to be in this market, even if you're buying stocks, right? And even real estate. The real estate market is not always upwards, right? There's times where it's sideways, times when it's going down. That's just the nature of markets. It happens more frequently in crypto because crypto is so volatile. And I think, once the market matures, we won't have as much volatility to be much better. Longer cycles, longer bullish and bearish cycles, of course. But one thing's for sure, we know it will go back up because of what is going on behind the scenes. Now, in full transparency, as I always show you guys my crypto portfolio, I have added a new token to my crypto portfolio. And this is not financial advice. I'm not telling you to invest in this. I'm just sharing with you, as you guys have been a subscriber on my channel. I tell you what I'm invested in, what I think, my opinion, my perspective. I always like to take the approach of a business standpoint, not just crypto, because I look for projects that are disruptors who are solving a real world problem and have lasting potential. And that is why I've always said I'm super bullish on Ripple as a real company disrupting $1 trillion cross-border payment industry. Already has partnerships with banks and payment service providers, already has multiple use cases. So the token that I've invested in here is Propy. Now, if you guys recall, Propy was in the news related to XRP months ago, where they said they were going to start accepting XRP as a payment. So this allows you to, what this solves, it takes blockchain technology and improves the real estate process of buying and selling, where the respective parties, such as lawyers and surveyors and maybe appraisers and all these things, all the different documents and titles and so forth are all integrated into the blockchain, which makes it super easy to buy. So you don't have to individually go to each parties. This is all set up where those folks in the network are connected via the blockchain. So it makes buying and selling easier, solving a real world problem. If you ever bought a house, and I bought a house, it's a very tedious process, and you have so many moving parts. This simplifies the process. So that is why I've been watching this project for a while, and I decided to buy some today because the market's obviously down, and I think currently it's like 60 cents per token. So that's why I bought it. I didn't buy a ridiculous amount, but I believe in diversifying your portfolio. Obviously, like I've said, majority of my portfolio is in XRP because I believe in that just because of what market is disrupting, and it already has partnerships and use cases. But as you can see here, Propy, 7% of my portfolio. Like I said, it's up to you guys, what you want to do here with it. But I'm not telling you to invest in Propy because you got to invest at your own risk. But I think it's a solid project. They already got like listings on their site with properties that you can buy with cryptocurrencies, guys, with Bitcoin. So which is very interesting to say the least, right? You can actually buy with crypto. You can even see the call to action here: buy with cryptocurrency, buy with Bitcoin specifically, and I'm sure there's some that are listed with XRP. As I told you guys, they announced, but better yet, let me show you. So let me pull it up here, the tweet where they tweeted, and this was back in May, it looks like. So yeah, back in May, they said, great news, we've added XRP as a cryptocurrency accepted by Propy, starting a rare investment opportunity to acquire one of the last large pieces of city land in Silicon Valley. So they accept Bitcoin and Ethereum and, of course, XRP. So disrupting the real estate market, making it easier, has lasting potential because real estate isn't going anywhere. But if you can improve that process, that is big time. So I wanted to share that with you guys. Once again, here's my portfolio. You guys have seen it. I've got Litecoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Ripple, Sia Coin, Propy now, Stellar Lumens, Amigo, BAT, the basic attention token, Cardano, 10x, and Nano. That's what's in my portfolio right now. So I'll update you guys if I add anything new. And like I said, guys, keep holding. Keep holding. I hope you keep holding. You don't lose faith, because if it would be another situation if these big moves were not happening, if we didn't have the largest financial institutions in the world and investment banks and all of that getting involved, then it would be a legit argument like, okay, nobody knows what's happening with the crypto market. You can say that. You can't say that with this news. You guys see what's happening. This is why I share the facts with you. And like I said, this news about Bakkt, I think, is the biggest driver here and catalyst that's going to be significant, guys, because it's going to be global, includes corporate giants, a lot of marketing, a lot of money behind it, and just hold on for the ride. Like I said, roller coaster to that bull run, right? And even after the massive bull run, let's say even if you cash out some or you cash out all, I don't know, it's up to you. after that, there's going to be more roller coasters, right? But one thing's for sure, what we've seen since 2009 and the inception of Bitcoin is an upward growth year over year. We are at a higher point than we were last year, right? As far as the sustainable levels, right? Bitcoin's no longer at 2,000 or 1,500. It's now at like, the 6,000. It's support level, I should say, right? If I want to go technical terms, and these support levels continue to rise, right? XRP was what, 15 cents, 20 cents? Now it's higher. Ethereum, obviously higher. So overall, everything is higher. And that's what we've seen. Incremental growth year over year. And it's going to happen again next year. The prices we see now, we're not going to see again. It's just going to keep going. And then with all of this big money and institutional money, I think it's going to grow significantly higher than it did, and have higher support levels than it did in the past, honestly, because we are in a new frontier of money getting into this market. Anyway, guys, what do you think about this news? Goldman Sachs getting ready to offer custody for crypto funds. We know they're going to offer crypto trading services as well to their clients. And we know these banks are going to have FOMO. We know Morgan Stanley's doing the same. Hedge funds are going to do the same. Obviously, Bakkt, like I said, I'm going to keep bringing this up because that's so big. Obviously, have you guys heard of Propy? I'm sure you have because we covered it on this channel. Are you currently holding any of the Propy tokens or whatever it may be? We'd love to hear if you are. What do you guys think of my portfolio? This is what I got. I tried to diversify. And leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. Thumbs up if you like this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook and Twitter. I'll talk to you guys later.